Hello, friends, and you are our friends. Welcome to On Top of the World with Joshua Hadley. And as always, I'm your boy, the man of power, the most, but the measure grip. Darling, I still don't know it's coming yet.
Hi, Justin, me, Josh, him. And there we go.
True. And we just had Thanksgiving. It's been 2 days as by the time this show comes up.
Yeah, and today, as of recording, it's Black Friday.
Oh no, not capitalism.
Yeah, capitalism. That's right.
Ah,
I mean, we did
why?
just celebrate the fucking raping and murdering day.
Well, that's not even the raping and murdering day. They just so that's just the backstory. That's like the what do you call it? The made up part of Thanksgiving, where where when Abraham Lincoln created the holiday, they're like, okay, here's what it's all about. Yeah, the Pilgrims.
I don't like them pilgrims.
Why not? I mean, they
Mostly the raping and murdering.
did they do that?
I believe so.
I don't know. I think they crashed their ship. They were gonna starve. The Indians made nice with them. They lived, and a lot of raping and murdering happened a little bit down south in Jamestown.
You know, stuff happens. And the main thing the main takeaway from me in regards to Thanksgiving is that sweet potatoes are pretty good.
True. Why don't we start with this? What are you thankful for?
Inevitable death?
Not new Pokemon. Not
I mean, we always get
not
new Pokemon.
sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes are pretty good.
Sure. I'm thankful for family. Had a very nice Thanksgiving. Thankful for friends. Kitty, as we all know, former guest on the show came over. And I'm thankful for all the turkeys we've massacred to have Thanksgiving.
Yeah, a lot of turkeys getting massacred. Just like the
True.
Native Americans.
True.
Yeah.
Man.
So we're basically eating Native Americans. That's what the Thanksgiving really is.
Shit. Did you know the Southerners didn't even like Thanksgiving? Because they saw it as a Yank holiday. Well, of course, because the first Thanksgiving happened during the Civil War, and Abraham Lincoln was asked to make it an official national holiday.
Those dang old Southerners.
Do you know why a lot of the Native Americans died from disease back in the day? Well, when the Europeans came over?
I imagine medicine wasn't great back then.
Well, apparently Europeans didn't believe in bathing like King Louis in France.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like Axel.
Well, him too. King Louis apparently only bathed 3 times in his life.
Oh.
So, yeah, a lot of dirty Europeans came over and brought made everyone else sick.
Yeah, that happens when people don't bathe. That fucking like 3 times in his whole life, you said.
Yep.
Oof.
That's the king of France. Like, are these people are some of the people coming over on making colonies ever bathing?
I don't know, man. People gotta wash their junk, otherwise,
True.
Disease.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I've watched. I don't know if it was on Discovery or something. Mike Rowe was hosting it. I guess some people, when they don't bathe, they build up their body builds up some kind of response. I don't believe it's an immune response, but I believe it's like other bacteria that helps them. But of course, it doesn't help other people. Because the other people who actually clean themselves aren't gonna build up the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, there's been a bunch of, it's been America out here, so we've been getting more and more shootings.
Mm-hmm.
I looked it up, and there's been it's the end of November. There's been well over 600 shootings in the year, so more shootings than twice as more shootings than there is in days in the year, and we still got December to get through.
Yeah.
Um, you know, one person on IMDb was saying, well, why can't the media cover all of them? Well, how could you? And what do you do? Like, oh, here's the mass shooting of the day. So, so I guess the first thing we gotta talk about is nothing's ever gonna change because the most important thing is everyone's Second Amendment rights.
Hmm.
So with one of the shooters, we'll talk about this one. The guy that shot up the gay club, he was arrested. The police actually did their job, stopped this guy. He was threatening his mom with a weapon. He he said he had a bomb. Then prosecutors let him go.
Mm.
Then a year later, he did the shooting.
Yeah.
About this timeline things happenings.
And now, like, conservatives are going full fucking mask off with the whole, like, just openly acknowledging that they want stuff like this to happen.
Well, yeah, and let's discuss this. So he gets off. Why he got off?
Because it was a hate crime, and America loves hate crimes.
Oh no, he got off because his fucking grandpa's MAGA Republican politician, and he uses his pull to get his grandson out of jail. So there's all charges are dropped. A little bit of a bomb threat, little bit of violence against his mother. You'd figure someone like that shouldn't have a weapon. All charges are dropped. And this guy's grandson gets to go on a murdering spree. Just letting everyone know, not everything's equal here. If it was you or I, we wouldn't be allowed to have weapons. We'd probably be in jail.
Probably.
But they, they get all these special privileges, and they end up getting to shoot up gay clubs. Did you see the interview with his father?
I saw parts of it.
Yeah, where he's like, "Oh, so does that mean he's gay?" Or like when they told him they shot up a gay club, and
he's like, "Oh no, he's not gay." Okay, phew. Glad he's not gay at least.
Oh, it's awful. And what was the other thing he said? Like, he said he uses a lot of violence to teach him things. Like, great job, dude.
Clearly, it worked out very well. At least if you're these fucking conservatives who are like, oh hey, this gay club, they were fucking grooming children because trans people exist, and so hell yeah, let's keep on shooting them up. Like this.
And you
full mask off.
Yeah, full mask off. You're like you're saying, and so on Tucker Carlson, they had this person from Gays Against Groomers, and they said, oh yeah, this is gonna keep happening as long as there's still grooming, which they could never prove that happens.
Yeah.
They can never prove it. And I want to say, I don't ever know about saying every accusation is a confession, but we know Matt Walsh, he likes to, he'll say, oh, there's groomers. He'll say he said on Joe Rogan, and he was corrected live on the air. Well, it's live. I don't know if that show's live, but they corrected him where he said there's millions of people transitioning, and it's maybe 1,000 people a year. They make up bullshit. Anyway, they'll just say anything. Matt Walsh, he's he's one of these people who talks about uh, drag queens and whatnot, and he's all for like um older women taking advantage of younger men, or even the reverse. No, I'm actually thinking about the people on IMDb. But he said like maturity, you know, it's shouldn't be connected to an age or whatever. You know, it's a
Mm.
mindset. But then he'll be like, "Oh my god, these gay people,"
Yeah.
It's like just think about it this way. You know, you're when you think about these people, just remember they're probably the ones looking at lolly porn, which I don't know, I guess is fine. But then they want it, and the thing is, they want it in real life.
Mm. Yeah, but they just want an excuse to kill gay people.
True, true. And like I said, nothing's gonna change because the most important thing in the world is the Second Amendment right to be able to do that. I suppose.
Gotta protect their rights to have guns and not the rights of people to not get fucking murdered.
Yep, yep. That's how it goes here in America.
Mm. You don't have the right to not get murdered if you're a queer. That's the American future for us and past. Just America
Yeah,
in general.
true, true. Yeah, the only freedom we have is the freedom to be shot up at a mass shooting. Grim topic, and well, let's talk about something more lighthearted. So, the Middle East is having its first World Cup.
Right. You mentioned we were gonna talk about the World Cup, but then as soon as you said let's talk about something more lighthearted, and then you brought up the Middle East, I was thinking, oh no, what do they do this time?
Well, this time, what do you mean this time? It's what they've always done. I've learned they're using slave labor to, do everything over there
Hmm.
at the,
Okay, so
not
still
just the
grim.
World Cup,
Cool.
but anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a problem.
Yeah, so apparently, Qatar. I knew this about their next door neighbor, the United Arab Emirates, but Qatar. I guess is it Qatar or Qatar?
I have no clue.
Well, fuck them anyway. Qatar. They're they're importing people from like India, Pakistan, whatever. They want to make some money, so they come over there, and when they get there, they steal their passports, and then they pay them like next to nothing, if anything, to
Hmm.
do slave labor for them.
Hmm.
Isn't that great? I mean,
Wonderful.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's kind of like what we do in America, where we have immigrants come in, and because we don't have to pay them, we have them work do the jobs white people don't want to do at the fields and whatnot. I mean, if ICE really wanted to get a whole bunch of uh immigrants and deport them, they all just go through the all our agriculture um places like farms and whatnot, and just nab these people and then send them up. But they're not doing that because, of course, they make money being able to exploit people, and that's what's happening at this World Cup. They've been destroying. Well, I don't know if they're destroying cameras, but they did threaten to. And living conditions seem pretty crap for anyone going over there. I mean, it's not like they're going to Tokyo or something. I
Yeah.
mean, it's and you can't even it's not even a whole bunch of fun because like was it a couple of hours before everything started? They decided, all right, we're gonna ban alcohol, so all the Budweiser that's been sent over there is going to waste.
Oh man, Chris Foster in shambles.
True,
Mm.
true. He probably just break. He'd break the law to
True.
get to get hold of it somehow.
True.
Anyway, so I have you been watching any of the games?
I don't watch soccer.
Yeah, fuck that sport.
I watched Ted
Um,
Lasso. That's about as close as I'll get.
yeah, you know what? I mean, after seeing the head of FIFA, whatever his position is, the head of FIFA, saying, "Oh yeah, we can't, you know, we can't criticize Qatar because look at what Europe has done." You know, he's doing the thing conservatives hate to defend the slave labor. Like,
Mm.
you know, he's doing like a, well, but what's white people's done? Like, he's to defend the
What aboutism?
yeah, what about this to defend Qatar? He's using slave labor for their freaking World Cup.
Yeah.
You see, this is why companies don't want rules. Like in America, we can't just say we're not importing anything that's made by slave or, well, by slave labor probably, and we're not doing importing anything made through child labor because you know how people get their Nikes, you know.
Mm.
And it's just not them. This is an example.
Mm.
But anyway, I'm not even saying that soccer sucks. It's just, you know, it's too too bad. This is their governing
I
body.
am
Although
saying that soccer
they're all
sucks.
bad.
They got fuck all these rules. I know what offside is in the American football. I don't know what the fucking offside is in soccer.
uh, I'll say this about soccer: it's very easy to play.
Not for me.
Oh,
I
well,
I try. We did a one-off recently ish on Gopher and
uh-huh.
Tuck of me and Brandon
Oh
playing
yeah, that's right,
FIFA, and I had no fucking clue what I was doing.
man.
No fucking clue.
I don't think you even played American football on your channel though yet.
Not on the YouTube. We have on Twitch.
Yeah, but for whatever reason, when you're going against Bird or Smurf, you won't stream it.
I don't want that guy on my channel.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Even though he's a subscriber.
I don't think he
Yeah.
is anymore. I think that's probably run out by now.
Oh, it'll happen again one day when we all remember to do it. Anyway, I think that's it for news for now. It's been enough of that. Are you ready for some fan mail?
Yeah, let's answer some fan questions.
All right, I'm looking through the deal here.
Through the deal.
It's a long one.
Oh, that's what she said. Bam! Bam!
All right, I'm looking through these from Ted E in Virginia.
Okay, hello, Teddy.
Dear Gopher, I'm watching the Kingdom Hearts Let's Plays. It's bringing back a great amount of nostalgia for me. I really enjoyed the games.
Games!
The games when I was a kid playing on PS2. I just want to note at the end of the first Kingdom Hearts, how did Donald and Goofy's clothes change when they get to the grassy area outside of Castle Oblivion? Did you make it that far?
I don't. I don't know how far we actually got in playing it. We did watch the last
Well,
several cutscenes.
what did you make it to Castle Oblivion?
Dog, I don't know what a Castle Oblivion is, but I know that we watched all the cutscenes from after we where I quit. We watched all those cutscenes on the channel. So I probably saw if it was in a cutscene, I probably saw whatever he's talking about. But I don't. The only weird shit I remember at the end of the game was fucking Pluto is running away, running over a hill, and then the camera cuts to Donald and all them, and you just see Goofy in the background just floating up the hill. And then they kept that in fucking Kingdom Hearts 2. They were showing a flashback, and it was still Goofy just glitching his way up the hill.
Well, that's probably meant to happen.
It was not. It was very clearly a glitch, or it wasn't animated. He was supposed to be running, but he was just sliding up the hill in a way that was very obviously not what was supposed to happen.
Hmm.
Yes.
Man.
That's like right at the very end of the final episode, I believe, of Kingdom Hearts 1, and then one of the first couple episodes in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Man.
Nah. Nah. He didn't do it in 3, though, unfortunately.
Damn it, Janet.
Nah. I don't know about the
Alright.
clothes changing, though, so yeah.
Yeah, we don't know Teddy. This is from your favorite, Muffin. No
Yeah.
longer from Drury Lane.
Good old Muffin Man again.
Dear Gopher, sometimes I like to go outside and I see the things on the ground, and I'm just wondering, why do you think manholes are round?
Cause I don't fucking know, man. Sometimes things are shapes, you know.
I think it's so that no matter what way you take it, put it back in, it'll go back in pretty quickly and easy.
Yeah, maybe. It's you know, it's got to be some type of shape.
True,
Yeah,
true. Well, there you go, Muffin.
yeah.
This is from Harold, and now in Japan. Dear Gopher, I'm on my way back. I've been having a good time here. I've been buying panties and vending machines.
Well, you know.
I wish it was a hot dog, although I couldn't understand the writing.
Yeah, yeah. That's what happens. We don't know the language.
True, Harold. True. And true, Gopher. It's all too bad.
Yes. So they have a question. Yeah.
And you know, he of course he had a bad incident with an airplane, but he's wondering, what's your most hated mode of transportation?
Most hated mode of I've only been on a plane twice. Both when I was coming to Texas. We had the plane. There was a stop in Detroit, and then I got back on. I didn't really mind the plane too much. Wasn't that bad. You know, I don't really have any issue with cars. Aside from the franchise, the film franchise, that one I have a big issue with. But in terms of actual cars being driven, I I don't know how to ride a bike, so I can't even. It, bus maybe. I don't know, it's just like full of people, and I haven't really been on a bus in a long time. I don't even remember. It was probably like early 2000s last time I was on a bus. But it's just yeah, I don't know. I only really like get driven or walk places. Those are like the only two modes of transportation that I typically have, and I don't mind either of those. So, but buses are like it's a lot of people, and I don't like dealing with people, so maybe that.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Harold, you should bust your way back to America.
Yeah. You should paraglide back.
True.
Yeah.
Those are the fan questions. If you
Yes.
want to if you want them read on the air, just make sure to like take a brick, write a note, tie that note to the brick, and send the brick through Gopher's window. So he'll definitely get a hold of it.
But so why would they be sending it through my window if you're the one who reads the questions?
Well, you can read them too.
Yeah, but I had to answer. I gotta be with the surprise of the question being read to me on because if I get the question ahead of time, then I can prepare an answer. Nobody wants that. They want me to be surprised with it.
Well, just don't open the note until the podcast starts.
Oh, you know me. I'm too impatient for that. So what you gotta do, right? Go to Alaska, take a brick, put the note in the brick, find Chris Foster, and throw the brick at his head, and then Kitty will get the note to Moose.
Hopefully, if he's responsible enough.
Yeah, or responsive enough after being hit in the head with a brick.
True. Anyway, I believe it's time for everyone's favorite game, Bluffing Gopher.
It's Bluffing Gopher time. Let's do it.
All right, so here's how it works, ladies and girls, men and boys,
Yes.
dogs and cats.
Non-binary people.
Yes.
Everybody. Except for
Everyone.
those fucking gerbils. I wasn't sure which animal to go with, but you know what? Gerbils, you are not welcome here. We only have enough space here for one small, hairy rodent that starts with G. And it's not gerbils.
True. We do a game every week called Bluffing Gopher, where I have 3 headlines. They're your normal run of the hill headlines.
Yeah.
2 of them are real. One of them is fake.
Made up.
For us to figure out which one is fake.
Yeah. One of them was made up by Moose himself. But see, sometimes he tricks me because sometimes he takes a real one and he sort of changes it into being a fake one.
True. Yes. All right. First headline: Carrie Lake has conceded her election? Yeah.
Who has?
Carrie Lake, the lady William Pounds was running against in the race.
Oh.
She has lost by 0.7%. Put up a fight, but now she's decided she has more important things to do going forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe she'll run for Senate or something.
Okay.
Second headline. Investigators identify foot found in Yellowstone hot pool.
Oh.
Finally. Park officials said the unattached appendage belonged to So the way they do their names is strange. So he's Runho, a 70-year-old man from Los Angeles, but it's isn't clear how he ended up in the spring.
Sometimes you gotta find feet, you know?
True. Third headline: chain smoking marathoner finishes in under 3.5 hours, and he's done it before. Nicknamed Uncle Chang, the 50-year-old runner finished the race in 574th place, beating nearly 1,000 others.
Oh man. I mean, it's chain smoking, but also running. Okay, so based on what I know of that Carrie Lake lady, from what William has told us, she does not seem like the kind of person who would concede a loss. So I'm gonna say that's the fake one.
You got it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think she seems like the kind of the election was rigged kind of type.
Man, you got me.
Nah. And there we go. I win. I get to live another week.
True.
Yeah.
Another week to smoke a dog turd.
Maybe.
Another week to play more Pocket Monsters.
Yes. Is that segueing into our updates section?
Yeah. So you've been streaming, right? And
yes.
You've been playing this video game. What's it called again? We'll go more in depth later, but
yeah.
Give us some updates.
All right. Yeah. So I have been streaming Pokemon Violet. I've streamed it twice so far, 3 times as of this episode coming out because I will be streaming it later today on Black Friday. And so the VOD will be up by the time this podcast comes out. I'm probably gonna keep streaming it every Monday and Friday. Seems like a good schedule for that. Jeff and I finally started Dark Souls 3. Finally began that, and immediately, like fucking first area, we're getting hit with invaders left and fucking right.
Well, so, I only saw one invader. You left and right.
There were 2 invaders. One of them invaded us twice, though. The second one, however, was a little bit of a pal. He dropped a bunch of embers on the ground for me to pick
Oh,
up,
that's right.
so that's good.
I forgot
And
about
that
that.
one we ended up actually killing. The first one killed us both times, but that one, even though he helped, we still fucking murdered him. So we ended up getting to Vort in both games, in my game and Jeff's game. We beat Vort first boss. Um, we attempted the Dancer, because Dancer of the Boreal Valley is a fight that you are supposed to take on later in the game, but you can attempt early on. So I'm like, all right, I have beaten Dancer in the beginning of the game before, but I'm playing as a magic build, just playing as melee build, which is new for us in this. I've never been done magic in Dark Souls 3 before, so it didn't go well. Did not go well. But the fortunate thing is we don't have to keep fighting it. We could just come back to it when we're supposed to, so we'll do that. Um, but yeah, we finally started that last Tuesday. We'll likely be continuing this upcoming Tuesday. Uh, Brandon and we didn't stream at all together this week because our only date was Thursday and it's Thanksgiving, so we didn't do anything that day. But he'll be back on the channel for streaming purposes on this upcoming Thursday. We'll probably play Dead by Daylight. Um,
Oh, man.
and that's about it for the Twitch side of things. For YouTube, we're still, getting to the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, and we have finished recording it. It's done. All the episodes are actually uploaded already, but they're going to continue going live throughout the remainder of November. And then it's on to Batman Arkham Origins to start our Christmas dealio.
Hell yeah.
So we got all that going on. And I don't want to go into it like details yet, but there is a change coming up, at the very least a trialed change, something that we're going to be testing out and see how it goes for the channel after Christmas. So we're going to be trying something different there, and I'll get more into that when the time is closer. But yeah, so that's Christmas stuff is coming up.
Hell yeah. See, on my side of things, it's we've still got the sale going on. www.joshuajhadley.com. One new item that may be put on. We're asking someone if they wanted our old Christmas tree. I'm gonna find out today. Well, yesterday. Um, for those listening today on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And, if not, I'll put the Christmas tree up for sale this weekend. So, you know, go. I think it'll be a lot cheaper than it was before. So, if you need a Christmas tree,
Also, really
hit me
quickly,
up.
something I forgot to mention. Apparently, the Stream Elements, the site that we sell our merch through, they're doing no shipping cost for Black Friday weekend. So, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So if you want to buy any merch from the Gopher and Duck store, there is no shipping for these next couple of days.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, free shipping.
Finally.
Yes, that's the good stuff right there.
And when you buy stuff off that, I got stuff like my Mink Monday mousepad. I don't know if that's still available, but I got the on top of the world mousepad.
Yeah.
I got some Gopher and Tuck stickers.
And if you're subbed to the channel on Twitch, you get a discount.
Yeah.
And there's a certain discount for a tier 1 sub, a slightly bigger discount if you're a tier 2 sub, and an even bigger discount if you're a tier 3 sub. So you get a little discount if you're subbed to the Twitch, and no shipping, regardless of whether you're subbed to the Twitch or not.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so you got any last minute fucking Christmas gifts you want to get people? Little Black Friday Christmas gifts you want to get people? Go and get some Gopher and Tuck merch for them. They know us. They know Gopher and Tuck.
Alright, here's what you do. Here's what you guys do. If you want to buy Gopher something for Christmas, you get one of these mouse pads. You get a brick. You tie it around. You tie the mouse pad around the brick.
Yeah.
And then you send it through his window.
There you go. And then, just like that, I got a free brick.
And free air conditioning. He's always complaining about how hot he is.
True. It's very hot here.
Well, I think it's time to talk about your new video game, Pocket Monsters.
Yes, Pokemon Violet specifically is the one that I have. As a Scarlet and
Well, what's
Violet.
what's what's the difference between them?
They have the usual difference of some Pokemon only being in one game, not the other one. One has a more futuristic vibe, while the other one has more of a prehistoric vibe. There's like some different characters. The professor is different. There's like a prehistoric lady in the one game, and then a more futuristic guy in the other one. Um, I don't know all the differences, but it seems like it's the usual
Hmm.
kind of stuff there. But I got Violet version. I like the aesthetic more. Uh, and so with these games, right? There's been
Uh-huh.
a bunch of complaining about the performance and bugs and all that. I haven't really experienced much of that myself. It's been like there's been moments in the game where it's like a little choppy.
My
Frame.
favorite was when the skies were dark for you and no one even
Yeah,
questioned it.
at the very beginning, the sky was like all weird and dark. But then, like after I got to the academy and left, it went. It was working fine after that.
It's like he was like walking around in some nightmare world.
Yeah, for the most part, it's just been like frame drops and stuff. But I haven't like had any big glitches. Like people have had like the game crashing. They've had characters falling through the world, that kind of shit.
My favorite one is like when the guy gets like huge, and he, all of a sudden,
Yeah, that's
whatever character.
that's one that's happened. Like, but for me, I haven't experienced any of that yet. It's been perfectly fine, and I'm enjoying the game in general. It's fun. It's definitely the most open Pokemon game of all time. Like, it's a very open world. You could just. It's one of those things where you could just like, if you wanted to, you could just like straight up go to the end of the game. I think like right away, like in Zelda Breath of the Wild, you could just face Ganon immediately. Although that wouldn't really work out well for you in this because it's a turn-based RPG. So like, you go there without levels, you're just gonna fucking die immediately. But you can tackle things in whatever order you want, and there's different things and
Wait a minute, you die in Pokemon?
well, I mean, if you're playing a Nuzlocke, your Pokemon die, but I just mean you get beat. But yeah, so far enjoying it. Uh, and I will again be continuing that today on Black Friday. Yesterday for those watching, but then for those watching, my next stream will probably be on Monday, Cyber Monday, as it's called.
Guys, can you believe he decided to start off with the fire dude instead of the duck or even Weed Cat?
Fuck the duck. I don't care about another stupid ass water duck. There's enough of them in Pokemon.
Ugh, come on.
The fucking fire pepper crocodile dude is great. I love him. I do want the green cat as well, but you only get to choose one. So I'm hoping I can get one in a trade at some point. But I do want the green cat, but I wanted the
Go,
fire pepper dude even more. I love
use
him.
its real name. It's Weed Cat.
And I named my fire pepper fucking crocodile Vernon after the guy who created Hot Pepper Gaming, the YouTube channel. His name was Vernon, so I named my Pokemon after him because hot peppers, and I enjoy that Pokemon very much. I got like I think I have 3 Pokemon on my team currently. Still trying to get a Water type because I'm trying to use all new Pokemon. I'm not trying to use any Pokemon from previous games. Trying to get all new ones. And then, yeah, I beat I think 2 gyms so far, and then I also because in this game they have like 3 main things you do. There's the gyms, but then you get badges from doing 2 other things, and I did one of each of the other 2 things. So I have 4 badges total, and I'm having a good time. I'm liking it, and I will be continuing it, probably Fridays and Mondays.
And I got the brand new. I only got one game that's come out this year. The Atari 50. The
Yes, Moose has got
anniversary celebration.
Moose has got one game that came out this year, and it was a collection of games that came out way before this year.
Well, way before. Like this is Atari's 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Kitty and Good Justin, we played some Pong. That was a lot of fun. We played some Breakout. The real games.
I'm still waiting to play some Mario Party with you on the Switch expansion pack.
Well, you just got it again. Like we were good at that one time. And you're like, man, fuck you.
I,
It's gone.
I wanted, but then I didn't have the expansion. But then I got the expansion a little bit after that, so we can play that at some fucking point,
At some point.
some gosh dang point. I got Brandon Gotham Knights. That's one of the games he's been really wanting, and he's apparently been enjoying that.
Yeah.
It was a Black Friday deal. He has been messaging me about it, and he seems to be enjoying it quite a bit.
You didn't get him back in 1995? What the heck?
See, here's the thing. Okay,
Uh-huh.
you might not know this, Moose, but here's the thing. I like Brandon. I want Brandon to be happy.
For you to give him a nice little video game.
I did give him a nice little video game, and it was not back in 1995.
Hey, Kitty liked it. He still likes it.
Yeah, but Kitty's a fucking freak.
I mean, true.
Yeah, can't trust that guy's opinion on things. He's a freak.
So, did you figure out what your next compilation is gonna be?
Yeah, I think I talked about it last time. The best of bad games compilation.
Oh, wow, bad games. So
including back in 1995.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, what else is a bad game again? Can you remind? Well, you did remind us last time because we were talking about dog turds for an hour.
Oh yeah,
So smoking dog turds.
Yeah, it's back in 1995. Shenmue 3, obviously. Full Metal Alchemist and the Broken Angel.
Shenmue 3. You only dislike Shenmue 3 because you didn't play Shenmue 1, 2, and like watch the anime and about the Shenmue toothbrush.
Yeah. Back in 1995, Shenmue 3, Full Metal Alchemist and the Broken Angel, and then a bunch of one-offs. There is the Turkey of Christmas Past, Garfield Kart, Soda Drinker Pro, Only Cans, Sketch Tales, and Hentai Shooter 3D Christmas Party. And what the hell is the game that we did for that one April Fool's Day? Where like the video said it was Animal Crossing, but then it was actually like Talking Simulator or some shit like that.
Yeah, Speaking Simulator.
Yeah, Speaking Simulator. Yeah, so those are the ones planned.
That's a great video game.
Great. I also have planned like for later on in the compilation situation. I got a Mario compilation, like just all the 2D Mario games at the very least. Maybe Galaxy as well. I have a planned Pokemon one after we do Sun and Moon, beginning of next year. I have a plan for a Pokemon one. It's all the Pokemon games. One for Kingdom Hearts, and one for Best of Co-op, which will feature our playthroughs of It Takes Two, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge, Wolfenstein Youngblood, Trine 4, and Super Mario 3D World.
Let's be real. A lot of these Let's Plays are co-op. You know, you're like, hey, Tuck, look at the manual. or the walkthrough.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on in the channel.
But I can't believe, like, all like, most, I think, maybe all of the bad games are ones I picked up. What the heck is that?
Yeah, it's almost like, you got some questionable taste there in what you want me to play. Although Disco Elysium's not on the list.
True. I mean, you did that just like, all right, I have to like not pick one of the moose pink things.
there was Disco Elysium, and then the one you had for the Jim Cornette rant April Fool's Day video. Yeah, that one's not on the list either. There's a couple Moose chosen games. And then there's some more of the, because I didn't want to have too many Christmas games on there because there's already 2, so I didn't include like Sakura Santa, stuff of that nature.
I forget, how's Sakura Santa different from Hentai Shooter 3D or whatever?
Well, Hentai Shooter 3D is like a Doom clone.
Oh wait! Sakura Santa was the
a visual novel.
Visual novel. That's right.
And then Hentai Shooter 3D was like a fucking Doom clone, but with like every sound effect was like moaning. There was also what the fuck was there was another one you did that was actually not a bad game, but like it was surprisingly good. Cthulhu Saves Christmas, right? That one was like a surprisingly.
Surprisingly good. Who would think that would be a bad game?
Anybody getting that as a Christmas one-off idea from you would think that would be a bad game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, I believe it's time for another game.
Game.
Talking about games, we like playing the TCM's Ultimate Movie Trivia Challenge.
Yes.
It's a party game with a bunch of cards, and the cards have different categories. There's 8 categories. And let's see, for how about this? For every category you miss, you gotta rank your least favorite Thanksgiving meal item, like start with 1 or whatever, however you want to do it, but like do it for each one you miss.
Okay.
And so are we ready to play?
Yes, we are.
So listeners, I just take one of these cards and I look at the questions. There's multiple questions. I make sure I haven't read it. And I ask Gopher, and he's gotta answer it. Otherwise, he's gonna tell us what he didn't like about uh, Thanksgiving. Well, I guess if you get all 8 wrong, you gotta have to put like your favorite item at the bottom of the list. Anyway.
Mm.
So what athletic actor routinely demanded a high
What
bar
category is
be
this?
set up? I'm sorry, leading men.
Leading men. Harrison Ford.
What athletic actor routinely demanded a high bar be set up wherever he filmed so he could keep in shape?
Can I get a hint?
Let's see. I'm gonna have to look up like what films he was in. I can't think of any off the top of my head. It's terrible, I know.
That's not a good sign.
No, I just see what's he known for. I think it was in the Birdman of Alcatraz.
The fucking what now?
So I know he was in The Killers. Although he was in From Here to Eternity. Which he got Best Actor nomination. The Rainmaker.
Okada.
Who?
Okada. Kazuchika Okada.
Judgment at Nuremberg. Oh, here I go. Let's see, Birdman of Alcatraz. The Professionals. There's a hit.
Okay, so it's an actor from, plenty of time in the past, presumably. Very athletic. Wants like those bar thingies at all of his stuff so he could work out. Is that what you said?
Yeah, be strong. Get swole.
What were the movies again that you listed?
Birdman of Alcatraz, Judgment at Nuremberg. Got a nomination for From Here to Eternity.
Here to Eternity. The fuck's his name? Burt Lancaster?
You got it.
Yeah.
He was a Democrat.
Oh, man.
All right, from leading men to leading ladies.
Harrison Ford.
Did I ask this? No, there's 2 questions about here, and I did ask one of these.
Oh, okay.
What leading lady considered using John St. John as her professional Joan St. John as her professional name because she felt family reasons prevented her from using her birth name.
Okay, what is the hint?
She had that 1944 California legal decision named after her.
Oh fuck yeah, I remember us talking about that.
Actually, no, it's actually for a family member.
Um fuck. I remember us getting that question, but I don't remember who it was about. Um so like she considered using Joan St. John?
Yeah. See, her first major role is the man who found himself.
The man who found himself. Um I'm assuming it's a Joan. Because Joan St. John. I don't think it was Joan Crawford from that one. Joan Fontaine?
Yeah, that's their well, not a real name, but we'll give it to you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Joan de Havilland, known professionally as Joan Fontaine.
Yeah, here we go.
All right. Next category: directors.
Harrison Butker, kicker of the uh, Kansas City Chiefs.
See, I'm looking at the questions. Um,
Gonna find him a nice juicy question here.
who was the first director to team actors Janet Gaynor and Charles Farrell?
Team who?
Janet Gaynor and Charles Farrell.
Gay.
Gay
Charles who?
Farrell.
Like Will Ferrell?
Yeah.
Hmm. What's the hint?
Let's see. The first movie he directed them together was Seventh Heaven.
I remember that the TV show with the rapist dad, but that wasn't the movie. But that dad was a rapist in real life. I tell you what. Um, I do remember like hearing about that movie because it's from like the 20s, I think, right?
Uh huh.
Uh, who the hell fucking directed that? Um, oh God, it's a Frank something.
Franco.
Fr-
Franco.
I said it's a Frank something. I was trying to remember what the last name is. Ah, God, like, but how the hell do you pronounce it? It's one of those names I've only ever seen written down and not like said out loud, so I don't know how to pronounce it. But it's like Borzage,
Hey, that's close enough for
Burzage.
me.
Okay, yeah, do you know how to
You
pronounce
got it.
it?
Borzage? Borza? No, it's a Borzai. No, like Ziga.
Yeah, that
Like
guy.
so it's not the way it's spelled in English.
Yeah, it's like Borzage.
All right, well you
It's a
got
name.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going. Next, we're going with the supporting players.
Andy Dick. He's gonna be supporting the inside of a prison cell. Hey.
True.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. What actor's character was later replaced by Jim Broadbent in the Indiana Jones franchise?
Can I get a hint?
Um, he died, so they couldn't bring him back.
Hmm. So an actor who was in Indiana Jones but was replaced because he died. Who replaced him?
Jim Broadbent.
Now to remember who the fuck that is. Hmm. I'm assuming he died before the Shia LaBeouf Indiana Jones, because that's the more recent one. I'm assuming he died at some point. In the big gap between those two.
Hmm.
It
Wasn't Harrison Ford. Here's a hint. It wasn't Harrison
I'm
Ford.
about to say it's an answer that's related to Harrison Ford because he's in the movies. He's the main guy from the movies. So there's that. Mm, uh, Pope Francis.
Denholm Elliott played Marcus Brody in Raiders of the Lost Ark in its second sequel. After his death, Broadbent played a similar character in the franchise's 2008 revival.
Oh, well, there you go. Good old Stockholm syndrome or whatever you said.
True. Well, that's one. You have to rank your least favorite. Well, at least your least favorite food item from Thanksgiving dinner.
Ham. I don't
So
like ham.
except, man, wow.
Mm.
CB's gonna have to talk to you about that. Next category: unforgettable lines. I
Okay.
can't forget them.
Yeah, they are lines that can't be forgotten.
What film ends with the line, "It was beauty that
King Kong.
it was, yeah, it was beauty killed the beast."
That was such an unforgettable line that I got it in 3 letters. Or 3 letters, 3 words. Yeah.
The line originated with the 1933 original and was reused in a 2005 remake.
And Jack Black said it in the 2005 one.
Yeah, favorite.
Yeah, I do like Jack Black. That might have been the quickest I've answered a question on this
Yeah,
trivia.
you didn't even let me finish.
Yeah. I knew that shit immediately.
Here you are pretending you don't know movies. Jeez.
It's King Kong, you know? I never seen the original, but I mean, it's fucking King Kong.
Adolf Hitler's favorite film.
Well, you know. Say what you will about the man. He didn't have bad taste in films.
Next category, behind the scenes.
Okay. We go from a category I'm good with to one I am not good with.
Which member of director Robert Altman's family made the most money for his work on MASH?
Okay, I don't know this dude's family. So, I'm gonna go with, Sarah Altman. That seems like a name.
Altman's 14-year-old son Mike wrote the lyrics for the theme song Suicide is Painless, whose royalties eventually exceeded his father's directing fee.
That song was written by a fucking 14-year-old?
Yeah.
Ah, damn. That's like the
Why
one thing
didn't you
about.
just,
That's like the
why
one
didn't
thing
you just
about
guess
MASH.
him?
'Cause I don't know his family.
Well, you should have figured, oh man, whoever made the song.
I don't know who made the song. I assumed it was some actual professional songmaker person, as they're referred
Well,
to.
he got paid for it, so he's a professional after he did it.
Yes. Technically, yeah. And it was such a normal name too. I could like there was a couple just basic ass names I could have guessed, and you know that could have been one of them.
Yeah, you had to go with Sarah.
Nah, fucking Sarah.
So Mike. Alright, next category, the great films.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm looking at these. I like this question. What was the first sequel to be nominated for Best Picture Oscar?
I feel like I might know it, but give me a hint just to be safe.
It was a sequel to Going My Way.
Oh, okay. What the hell was? Because I assume it's not just called Going My Way too.
Are you sure?
Oh,
Maybe they went the Kingdom Hearts route and it was Going My Way 1.5 remix.
So the Bell's the St. Mary's, I think.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. My mind immediately went to The Godfather 2 because that's the sequel I know everybody says is better than the original. So I'm like, all right, but then you said Going My Way, and I'm like, oh, nope, that's not a Godfather.
And both movies have Bing Cosby playing Father O'Malley.
Father O'Malley, that Irish ass name.
And since now we're getting into the Christmas season, you might watch White Christmas starring Bing Cosby.
I might, or I probably won't, but I might.
Now for the final category,
My favorite, right? Yeah, my favorite, cult classics. Got it wrong only one time. The least amount of times I've gotten any wrong. What do we have here?
What is the only live-action film in which Boris Karloff played a character named Frankenstein?
The only live-action film where Boris Karloff played a character named Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Can I get a hint?
It's not the first film, Frankenstein.
It is not the first one. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna fucking get it. Don't you worry.
I'm not worried.
I can't let down this. You don't you worry, Moose.
I'm not worried at all.
Moose, I know you're panicking right now, but I need you to not worry. Just be nice and calm. Everything's good. It's all good. It's all good, Moose. Don't worry. You're worried right now.
Okay.
You're very worried, but I need you to not worry. There was the fucking. There was one that was like it had a year in the name, but it didn't. There was a year that was later on than when it actually came out. The fuck year was it? Was like Frankenstein and then the year. That might have been the one. Fuck year was it? I think it came out in the 50s, but then the year was not in the 50s.
Yeah, like Frankenstein 12,000 BC?
Close. 1970, I think? Frankenstein 1970?
Hey, you got it.
Yeah, ho. I told you not to worry. I did tell you not to worry.
Did tell me.
I told you, I said, Moose, don't you worry your pretty little head. I got this. And what happened? I got it.
Got it. Alright. So that's 2 of your least favorite items from Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, I already said ham. Cause I'm not a ham guy. I probably would have said sweet potatoes before like last year, but I finally started eating them and enjoy them. Dude, what are like common Thanksgiving foods? Like I like cranberry sauce, I like turkey, I like mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, green beans. I love stuffing. Yeah, I'm gonna,
corn.
I like corn. Let me see. I'm gonna look up common Thanksgiving foods. Let's see what we have here. Pumpkin pie, which is another one I like. It's not really a whole lot of Thanksgiving foods that I don't like. Let's see. I just need one more because I got ham. I like green bean casserole.
Let's see.
Pecan pie. I'll go with pecan pie. That's one that's showing up here. So ham and pecan pie.
I'm wondering because I'm looking up uncommon Thanksgiving dishes, Have you ever had turducken?
I have never had turducken. My only exposure to turducken was a JonTron video.
Right?
Yeah, never had it myself. They did mention it on football this past Thanksgiving. One of the commentators brought up turducken.
Man, when Gophers almost gonna become a homer too.
Almost, but then the Cowboys had to go and fuck me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my internet's too slow for this website. All right.
Mm.
Why don't you give us some? Why don't you remind the people what's going on with Gopher and Tuck?
Yes. Pokemon again. Mondays and Fridays. Streaming Pokemon Violet. Continuing that. Dark Souls 3. That's finally gotten started with El Jefe and myself. We're gonna be streaming that Tuesdays. Um.
Still Kingdom Hearts 3 on YouTube so far.
Yep. Until the end of the month. Once we're at November 30th, that'll have the final 2 episodes, and then we're on to Arkham Origins, and shortly after that, Miles Morales, and all the other such stuff planned for Christmas. And again, not going to go into details yet, but there is a change coming up for the channel after Christmas that we'll get into at some point, and gonna test out how that goes. But yeah, that's all from me. What about you, Moose?
www.joshjhaley.com. There might be a Christmas tree up for sale.
There very well might be.
Depending on if our friends want the one for free, this one for free or not. They might decide to go with something else.
Yeah.
But hey, it's pretty tall.
Pretty tall. And you can't teach that.
True. Can't teach that.
Can't teach it.
Every goes up every week, Saturday morning. Thanks for listening.
Enjoy the savings for Black Friday and the whole weekend. And again, remember, Gopher and Tuck merch store, free shipping.
Here we thought he was done with the plugs.
yeah. You thought, always gotta get that last plug in. There you go.
Never be over.
Goodbye.